Okay, we're good.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. And I'll ask for a roll call. Councillor Webster,
Present.
Councillor Humphries,
Present.
Councillor Carew,
Present.
and I'm present. Thank you. Declaration of pecuniary interest. None? Confirmation of the council agenda that's in front of us tonight. I need a individual vote. Councillor Webster,
In favor.
Councillor Carew,
In favor.
Councillor Humphries,
In favor.
and I'm in favor. We have no delegations or public tonight. We have the minutes from the previous meeting of January 12th and both January 12th. One was a regular council and the other was a public meeting. I need a mover and a seconder for that, please. Councillor Webster and Councillor Humphries. The business arising is one item down. So I need a Councillor Webster, are you in favor?
In favor.
Councillor Humphries,
In favor.
Councillor Carew,
In favor.
and I'm in favor. Any business arising from the minutes? None?
Oh, Mayor, Councillor Claru had his hand up there quickly.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, man.
Yeah, and I'm sure this is one comment I had during the last meeting for the outdoor ring attendant, and we were discussing it. The one item that I guess we were all we assumed that it was only going to be 5 people on the ice, but it actually turned out to be 25. So I just want to make the one statement that it was different than what we thought it was. But I think with the volunteers and with COVID, I think our decision will be the same. But
Okay. Any other comments on that? But we have pretty well committed now not to have ice this year.
Yeah.
So it's a tough thing to change now. But any other comments on that? None? But is it type of something, Councillor Carew, that we should bring up a little later on when Deputy Mayor Campbell arrives? Or are you comfortable with that decision now?
oh yeah, I'm fine with it. I just wanted to make that statement that we changed it, but it's all based on the recreation committee and the volunteers, right? So I think it's fine.
Okay, thank you. I need somebody to put up their hand and volunteer to take the general government tonight.
Yeah, if I could interject, it looks like Deputy Mayor Campbell's internet isn't working, so he's going to keep trying, but he likely won't be able to make the meeting. So I do need somebody to act as chair this evening, and we'll pass a resolution for council to appoint them.
Okay. Councillor Webster, would you like, Councillor Webster has volunteered to take that? So I need a mover and a seconder to approve Councillor Webster to look after the chair of general government. Moved by Councillor Humphrey. Oh boy, the hands can go up quick now.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Councillor Humphries and Councillor Carew seconded. All in favor? Councillor Carew,
In favor.
Councillor Humphries,
In favor.
and I'm in favor, and I know Councillor Webster has to be now.
In favor.
Thank you. So I'll turn it over to you, Councillor Webster, and thank you for taking the chair.
Mayor Bennett. 7.1 general government. Unfortunately, Chair Campbell cannot be here, so I will do my best with this. 7.1.1 2020 financial investment statement, page 11 of our package. Can I transfer that over to Tally, please?
Okay, so this is just a running record of all the GICs that we purchased through the year. And as you can see, in about April, that's when our interest rate dropped. We were getting an average of 1.6 around there, and it dropped down to 0.66. And actually, I just renewed one yesterday, and they're actually down to 0.58, I believe it was. So I'm assuming COVID probably has an impact on that, but and then the bottom few are the ones that we've carried over into 2021.
Great, thank you. Any questions on that one?
Natalie, you answered my question. Thank you.
Thank you. 7.1.2 OPP billing report, October to December 2020, page 12 of our package. Hope, do you want to take that one?
Sure, it's just an informational report for council to review. It just summarizes the calls for service and separates them out into the different, I guess, violations or categories. So if there aren't any specific questions or details, I can certainly forward them to our inspector, Don Ferguson. But this is just for information for council to review.
Any comments or questions? Councillor Humphreys.
Yes, it's really nice to see a detailed report like this. This is the best one we've ever had. So it's really nice to see the full details, which should have been done in the previous, but it's really nice to break it down, and she's done a real good job getting it out to us on time too. So I got to commend her on her reporting. Thank you.
Very good, thank you. Councillor Claru.
Yes, I just want to add that was it's a good report that Councillor Humphreys stated. It's nice to see that the calls are down approximately half from the same time period. And overall for the year, it's down about 80 calls in about 150 hours. So that will help over the 4-year average. It's good to see that.
Yes, I agree. It's a very good detailed report. Mayor Bennett.
I just want to mention, as soon as we can get the CPAC committee back and running again, we'll see this monthly in this detail, and that's what we will come back as part of the CPAC committee as we move forward.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, any other comments, questions, concerns? No? All right, 7.1.3, our bylaw report, October to December, page 17. Maybe Hope, can you take that one again, please?
Sure thing. Again, this is just an informational item for council to review the calls that came in for Horton Township in terms of bylaw offense calls. It's just an informational review, and if you have any specific questions, don't hesitate to ask, and if I can't answer them, then I can certainly forward them on to our bylaw enforcement officer.
Great, thank you. Any comments, questions? No. Mayor
It
Bennett?
looks somewhat seasonal, actually, doesn't it? Our 2020 monthly summary of calls, the total calls, it looks like it's quite heavily weighted to July and August.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. Spencer, Mayor Bennett, you had your hand up?
Yeah, I just want to say it's our bylaw enforcement officer appears to be doing an excellent job of looking after our ratepayers. It's nice to hear from the ratepayers that they have shown up and they're very easy to deal with, and they do go back and they respond to anything that coming forward. But 90% of the time from people I hear from, there is no return because they've got everything looked up and it's just a drive-by to check and make sure it got done.
Yeah, I agree. Any other comments, questions? No? Okay, moving right along. 7.1.4 annual COLA adjustment, page 19. And the author is CAO Hope Dillabo.
So annually, council passes a bylaw to establish the pension benefits, LTD coverage, employee assistance plan, any paid holidays, mileage, etc., as well as the rates of pay. And in the past, council's always adopted a cost of living increase, which is published by the Stats Canada, which goes from the previous year to the December of, for example, December 2019, December 2020 is what we're basing 2021 on. And actually the Stats Can, what they've published for COLA this year, which is generally usually 2%, this year it's published as 1.5% as an increase. So we have incorporated that increase into the draft bylaw, which was attached as Appendix A. Additionally to this bylaw, we've made changes to the draft to include a monthly stipend for the personal cell phones for the public works manager, as well as myself, to use during work and non-work hours. Previous managers have had municipal issued cell phones that were paid in full by the municipality. Staff doesn't wish to change their personal cell phones for municipal issued ones. However, compensation, we'd like compensation to be considered by council. Our recommendation is $25 a month. Currently, the only cell phones paid for by the municipality are those that belong to the mayor and the public works supervisor. So that's what we're asking for consideration. And that is the only change other than the 1.5% COLA increase to the draft employment bylaw.
All right. Any comments, questions? Councillor Cleary.
Yeah, the only question I have is, so, is it all staff or just the managers?
At this time, I've only included the managers. I didn't want to put as a blanket for now, unless it becomes an issue later down the road where I see staff are using their cell phones more, and I'll bring it back to council. But at this time, I only recognize that it would be the public works manager and myself that use it regularly during the hours and non-work hours.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions, comments? No? Okay, we'll keep moving along. 7.1.5 annual COLA adjustment, fire and emergency services, page 24. And again, the author, CAO.
So again, annually, in accordance with the draft employment bylaw and past practice, annual salaries are to be adjusted by the annual cost of living adjustment for fire and emergency services employees. And this is effective January 1st each year, as it would be for us as well. So they would be getting the same 1.5% cost of living increase suggested.
Any comments, questions in regards to the fire department? Seeing none. 7.1.6 2020 building fees report, page 25, and the author is Natalie Moore.
So it's a requirement of the building code that council adopt a statement of fees annually. So Appendix A is the building fees for 2020. So basically we figure out the money in with permits and whatnot and the expenses out a portion of admin salaries and our utilities in the administration office. And then whatever the amount is, and this year it's a transfer from reserves of 5,959.69. And it has the prior years there too, just for comparison, how it's been moving along.
There's two reserves, okay. Any questions in regards to that report, billing fee report? No? Oh, everybody good? And then 7.1.7, 2020 council remuneration expenses, page 27. And author again, Natalie Moore, our treasurer.
So same thing, annually council has to adopt a statement of council or of council's remuneration expenses. So on page 28, that outlines the expenses for this year. I did add in this year, because last year the statement showed that the mayor's expenses were a little more than everybody else's, but that was because he does pay into our benefits, but he pays that out of pocket. It's not covered by the municipality. So I disclosed that a little better this year. So those are the expenses for this year.
Very good, thank you. Welcome, Deputy Mayor Campbell. And any questions, concerns in regards to that report? Yes, Councillor Humphries.
I guess I was only lucky one to get some travel expenses in before COVID.
Yes.
Yeah. Looks
They just
okay.
felt sorry for you, Doug, having to drive a Dodge.
Yeah, I know.
All right, any other comments, questions in regards to any of the reports? Mayor Bennett.
I just want to thank Natalie for putting that little bit on the bottom. It did confuse a few last year, so it looks after it properly this way. Thank you.
Great, thank you. And that's the end of the general government portion. Back to you, Mayor Bennett.
And we are now in Transportation Environmental Services. Back to you, Councillor Webster.
And is this where Deputy Mayor takes over for me now? No, this is a quick and easy one. So there's a 7.2.1. I thought there was a page in regards to that.
Yeah,
Oh,
came in
that's a
the
separate item. Sorry, that's a separate item that came out later. This was
Yeah.
added. In regards to this slip-in water tank, we have previously approved our public works manager to go out and tender this early in the year, which he did. We opened the tenders last week, Amanda, Adam, and myself, and we had just the one bid, which is within the paperwork package sent later on. And the budget price was $40,000, and the price came in at just the $35,000 for that. Comments or questions? No, seeing none. Oh yeah, Councillor Humphries.
Is the fire department going to have access to that too for like grass fires and stuff in the summertime if it happens to be on the truck? Will it be?
Well, we'll discuss that at TAS. If Nikki, you make a note of that, we'll take it to TAS. But as anything with the Horton Township, you know, we're a team here, and if they need something, any piece of equipment's welcome anywhere. So we'll keep that, you know, going on, whatever they need.
What's the capacity of that, Councillor Webster?
I cannot remember the paperwork.
Okay.
We
Sorry
can
to
get
put you on
that
the spot.
information to you.
Yeah, sorry to put you on the spot. I just had a rough idea how many gallons it hold or liters or whatever. So
unless it's in that file, I just can't open that file right now. That separate file that Nikki sent out. Does anybody have access to come up with that number?
I have it here, Tom, but it doesn't give the gallonage or the liters. It just says a slip in water tank.
Okay.
But I would presume it's 2,500 gallons or so. It's
Yeah.
gotta be pretty close to that.
Okay, we'll get that information out to you though, Counselor, or to all of us, please. Nikki, if you can make a note of that. Thank you. Okay, and that's my report. Back to you, Mayor Bennett, again.
Thank you. Thank you, Councillor Webster, for taking general government too. Correspondence, information, 8.1.1, page 29. Deputy Mayor Campbell, you're on the spot.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Bennett. Just bringing it up here now. I guess under Ottawa Valley News, I noticed that Gravenhurst training facility was closing, and I'm not sure if what impact that may or may not have on our fire department. I'm aware and know of the name, but I don't know if that's one of the major areas that any training comes from for our volunteer fire department. Can you shed any light on that, Mayor Bennett?
I can only shed a little bit of light that it was, and I think it probably going to be to the very end day, a major help to the fire departments and all the municipalities at this end to train the firefighters, and to have send them quite a piece away now. And I'm only talking about what I've heard. I have not read, but I don't understand the closure of that structure. I haven't got myself versed on why we would ever have allowed that to close to begin with all the infrastructure that was there and all the training that was there. I don't quite understand what they're doing, and I haven't talked to our fire chief to find out exactly why or whether there's a better facility coming online. I can't answer that.
And again, when you're reading it, it gives just the basics of it. I don't know the full story behind. But again, I guess the things I'm looking at as well is with their population expansion. You think they'd be thriving even in COVID conditions. The need and want for training, and not just training, updated training, continuous training.
Yeah.
So it was unfortunate to read that, and so that's the only thing I'll speak on tonight.
Okay, so I am going to ask the chair of fire to actually get a meeting together so we can all have a Zoom meeting to find out what it means to this municipality. So Councillor Carew, if you could actually put a committee meeting together that everybody could sit in on to hear what the repercussions of Gravenhurst not being available to us anymore might mean to us financially, mean to the training and the safe well-being of our firefighters.
Yeah, definitely we can do that. The one thing I can add to that is the intent of the closure of one facility is to have multiple facilities across the province versus just one. So from what I've heard, it's good news in the fire department. But I will bring back a meeting, and then we bring back correspondence.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Carew, do you want to continue on with that? I presume that's it, Deputy Mayor Campbell?
It is. Thank you, Mayor Bennett.
Right on. Would you like to tackle the correspondence then, please, Councillor Carew?
Yeah, thank you, Mayor Bennett. That's one of the, again, congrats to Adam with his certification in the Road Super Association. It's good that it's been presented to us, and then just the information on the building permits that it was provided in the business. It's good to see the Ottawa Valley business has a lot. Sorry, a lot of items, Bert Horton Township, in almost every issue. So it is good to see that we are being covered by them.
Thank you. Councillor Humphries.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor Bennett. Yes, the same was the Ontario Fire Marshal closes Fire College at Gravenhurst was sort of caught my eye right off the bat, and there's probably more behind the line, as Councillor Cruz said, but that was one item. The other one was our old good Liberal MP, Sean Conway, got his Order of Ontario Award after 20 years of service back in the heyday of the Liberals, and he's retired a young man at 52 with 28 years experience, so that was pretty interesting. And also they brought up the how and when are the gas tax funding at 2 cents a liter with less people driving, and how much that's going to really affect us. We would like to see some figures down the road on that too, because it's there's a lot less people driving around. So at 2 cents a liter, we get our share of that. It's going to be, I expect, smaller amounts. So that's all I had, Mayor Bennett. Thank you.
Yeah, and I agree with that, Councillor. Hope, can you shed any light on that at all?
I don't off the top, but I can certainly find out more information and bring it back to council.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Webster.
Thank you, Mayor Bennett. Yeah, they've been already touched on. The congratulations to Adam in the Ottawa Valley News. Nice to get recognized there. And then the Fire College also closing. I know a lot of firefighters that they went there just for the talking with other firefighters and how they do things and everything else. That's going to be missed for sure. And like if they're doing smaller groups, at least I hope they keep this training going and in different centers closer to home or whatever they're going to do. But I do, I think it will be value. It's a value that is going to be extremely missed if they're not going to carry on with it. And I look forward to hearing from our fire department on their views of it. That's all I had. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Councillor Webster. The only one that I wanted to talk about at all is the Fire College, and I need to get more knowledgeable on what it's all about. But if it's something that they're going to do on a smaller scale, I'm hoping that we could actually put a proposal that one of the training facilities can be in Horton Township to supply Renfrew County. So but right at the moment, I don't know where they're going to begin, but we'll keep our ear very close. The other thing is the Hydro One notice of commencement. It's good to know what's happening, and there is quite a few of the wood poles that are being switched out as we move forward, and the map pretty well indicates where they're going with some of that construction work. So they're probably going to be short outages as they change some of the wooden structures, because I think we do have a fair amount of wooden structures that do need to be replaced. And that's all I have for information. Action correspondence, we don't have any. Bylaw will be brought up later, Hope.
Yeah, I have a resolution with, I'll read it out with all the other resolutions when we're.
Okay. And we have notice to file the motion that we never have. But nobody has taken that on, decided to do it this time, I presume. Council and staff members' concerns. Hope.
I think Deputy Mayor Campbell had his hand up, so I'll allow council to go first before staff. That's okay.
Okay. Deputy Mayor, you have to unmute yourself.
Just apologies for coming to the party late, and thank you, Councillor Webster, for filling in for General Government Committee. Thank you.
You want to take it from there, Hope?
Sure. So the first concern I guess I want to speak with council about is an email I sent a couple days ago that came from Bruce Pearson regarding Cogeco, looking for another update in terms of if council will accept their proposal to use the unopened road allowance. I was kind of looking for a little bit of direction on calling a special council meeting to have them come and speak with us again. I didn't hear anything back, so I'm hoping perhaps our February 2nd meeting, we don't have anything on the agenda as of yet. Perhaps we could make that a council meeting that we could have Mr. Pearson come as a delegation and have that conversation with him further, if that's okay.
It's a regular council meeting, so I think all of council should have been prepared for that meeting. So is there any conflict if all that anybody couldn't make it for a longer meeting on the 2nd? Because I still think we're probably within an hour and a half to have everything done anyway. So is that okay with everybody? Everybody's shaking their head, so up and down, not sideways.
Perfect, okay. And then the second one I want to bring up is just on February the 12th, there is a LEG meeting group being held with the CAOs and the mayors to go over some of the recommendations that were brought out in the report that was presented to council. I just want to reiterate that the mayor and I aren't making any decisions whatsoever during that meeting. Anything that is discussed that Horton may want to be involved in or definitely don't want to be involved in will come back to council for discussion and consideration. And that's all I've got in regards to that, that I would bring back a report. I don't know if Mayor Bennett has anything additional he wants to add to that.
Thank you, Hope. The only thing I want to add to that is that they did today kind of lean towards the second intake of money coming from the government to move ahead with that. I don't know where that's going to take us, and like Hope said, we'll bring what information we got coming from that meeting back, and then council will have to make a decision whether there's any value to what being proposed to this municipality or not, and that's about all I have to say for now. Anybody else got any concerns? Hope? No? Okay. Okay, thank you. Motion for reconsideration, debate on motion to reconsider only. I'm going to get a tape made of that, so I just have to push a button. So we're ready for the resolutions then.
Okay, so first one, that council accept the 2020 financial investment statement as information.
I need a mover. Councilor Webster, second by Deputy Mayor Campbell. Any discussion? All in favor? Councilor Webster.
Favor?
Councilor Humphreys.
In favor?
Deputy Mayor Campbell.
In favor?
Councilor Carew.
In favor.
And I'm in favor.
That council accept the OPP billing report for October to December 2020 as information.
I need a mover. Councilor Humphreys, second by Councilor Carew. Any discussion? Councilor Webster.
In favor?
Councilor Humphreys.
In favor?
Deputy Mayor Campbell.
In favor?
Councilor Carew.
In favor.
And I'm in favor.
That council accept the municipal law enforcement services report summary for October to December 2020 as information.
Mover. Deputy Mayor Campbell. Second, Councilor Webster. Councilor Carew.
In favor.
Councilor Humphreys.
In favor?
Deputy Mayor Campbell.
In favor?
Councilor Webster.
Favor?
And I'm in favor.
That council accept the cost of living adjustment and employment bylaw report as information, and that municipal staff receive a COLA increase of 1.5% effective January 1st, 2021.
Mover. Counselor Humphries, second by Counselor Carew. Counselor Webster,
Favor?
Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Counselor Carew,
In favor?
Counselor Humphries,
In favor?
and I'm in favor.
That the fire department staff receive a COLA increase of 1.5% effective January 1st, 2021, and that in accordance with bylaw 2013-23, paragraph 6, the community emergency management coordinator and alternate remuneration be increased by cost of living adjustment of 1.5% effective January 1st, 2021.
Mover. Deputy Mayor Campbell, second by Counselor Carew. Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Counselor Carew,
In favor?
Counselor Webster,
In favor?
Counselor Humphries,
In favor?
and I'm in favor.
That council accept the building fee report for the year ending December 31st, 2020 as presented.
Counselor Humphries, second by Counselor Webster. Counselor Carew,
In favor?
Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Counselor Webster. I presume that's,
In favor?
thank you. Counselor Humphries,
In favor?
and I'm in favor.
That council accept the treasurer's statement of council remuneration and expenses for the year ending December 31st, 2020 as presented.
Mover. Counselor Humphries, second by Counselor Webster. Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Counselor Carew,
In favor?
Counselor Humphries,
In favor?
Counselor Webster,
In favor?
and I'm in favor.
That council agreed to award PW 2020-08 supply of one slip-in water tank to Roadside Maintenance Equipment and Services, Inc. for the total amount of $35,030, including HST.
Mover, Counselor Webster, second by Counselor Humphries, Counselor Carew,
In favor?
Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Counselor Webster,
In favor?
Counselor Humphries,
In favor?
and I'm in favor.
That council enact the following bylaw, 2021-10 employment bylaw.
Mover, Deputy Mayor Campbell, second by Counselor Humphries, Counselor Webster,
Favor?
Counselor Carew,
In favor?
Counselor Humphries,
In favor?
Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
and I'm in favor.
That council accept the CAO clerk's information memo for January 12th, no, that's January 26th, 2021.
Mover, Counselor Carew, second by Counselor Humphries, Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Counselor Webster,
In favor?
Counselor Humphries,
In favor?
Counselor Carew,
In favor?
and I'm in favor.
That council went into a closed meeting session at 4:40 p.m. to discuss the following items pursuant to section 239(2)(c) of the Municipal Act, a proposed or pending acquisition of disposition of land by the municipality or local board, i.e. recreation.
Needed a mover. Counselor Humphries, second by Deputy Mayor Campbell. Deputy Mayor Campbell,
In favor?
Counselor Humphries,
In favor?
Counselor Webster,
In favor?